Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy Grace, and in today's video I want to do an empties video. So this is new for me. Normally I don't save any of my old products, but I really enjoy watching others do this, so I thought I would incorporate it into my channel on a quarterly basis. So for the first quarter of the year, these are the products that I have gone through, and there's a few mixed in there that I'm just gonna declutter because I don't like them. I'm gonna start out with makeup, then we'll switch to skincare, and lastly body care products. Alright, so the first makeup product that I finished is this Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. Sephora sells this, and it's just your basic concealer. I used the shade Creme, and as you can see I pulled the stopper out and completely emptied it out. I would say this is a pretty good concealer. It's not my favorite, and for that purpose I'm not going to repurchase it because there's better out there. Next is related to concealer, so this is the Becca Undereye Brightening Corrector. This was a little mini of it, and I'm really trying to use up my Becca products because, as you know, they went out of business during a few years ago now, so products are getting really old, especially these cream products. So I'm really trying to use them up. The good part of this is I kind of stocked up when they alerted everybody they were going out of business. I purchased a few of these, or at least one full-size backup, and then I was using one full-size, and then I had this mini. So since they were going out of business, I stocked up. But if you know, that's one of the products that the Smashbox brand is now formulating under the Smashbox brand. So it's a really good product. I do have a different like liquid color corrector right now in my collection to use once I finish my full-size Becca, and that will be the last one that I have. So I would repurchase it, but I've not really tried any other, so I can't speak to if it's the best on the market, but for me it's pretty good. Alright, next is mascara. This is the Dalton Effortlash XL mascara. It's, in my opinion, the brush is like one of these larger brushes with like the synthetic bristles on it. It reminds me a lot of the Tarte Maneater mascara, especially the wand. This one isn't remarkable in my opinion. I would not repurchase. Alright, next is setting powder. So you guys know I have oily skin, and I've been on the hunt for good primers to pair with my foundations, and I'm starting to really appreciate setting powders because I have to touch up throughout the day. And one that I went through is this Dalton Perfecting Treatment Powder. I like the packaging of it. It comes in this type of sifter, but the sifter has one of these where it rotates to close, so it's nicer to travel because you don't wind up with a lot of product on the inside. But as you can see, completely emptied this up. Now I did like this powder, but I will say when I was researching the price on it, you don't get a ton of product. You get about half the product that others provide you. So this is 10 grams, whereas like the Huda Beauty powder is 20. Quite a few of them are 20 grams. And so I'm really looking into the Huda Beauty powder. I've never tried it before. I've really only ever tried this one and the Laura Mercier powder. And I don't particularly love the Laura Mercier. I liked this one, but I feel like the best is still out there. So if you have any favorite setting powders, particularly for oily skin, let me know. I've heard the Huda Beauty one is great, so I may just pick that one up. One powder that was in my collection, it was a freebie, and so once I used that up, I was going through my collection, obviously seeing what else I have before I purchase anything else. And this was one that has been in my collection for forever. This is actually from Makeup Forever, and it is the Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. As you can see, it's a really tiny one, and this is a product that I am decluttering because I hate it. It's a white powder. It's super finely milled, but I just found that it does nothing really for my skin. It doesn't make my under eyes look great. It makes them look dry and patchy. And then in terms of oil, keeping my oils at bay, I don't find it's remarkable in that way either. So I'm just gonna declutter this, see if my sister wants it. All right, those are all of my makeup products. Let's jump into the skincare. So my first skincare product, I don't actually have the empty of, but I do have the replacement. So I finished up one of the La Roche-Posay Adapalene gels. This is 0.1%. So I was using this before I started using a retinoid, and specifically tretinoin. And so I already had a backup of this. So how I've been using this, so I use tretinoin on my face, and then this Adapalene is like a milder, less strength retinoid, and it's available over the counter through like Walgreens and Target. But to use this up, it has those anti-aging properties, and so I've just been using this on the backs of my hands. You know, they say that's one of the first areas to show aging, and I definitely, as I'm 30 now, have, you know, I'm starting to see that. So I use this at night before I go to bed, and that's how I'll continue to use up this product. Obviously, I don't need to pair it with tretinoin because it's less effective than tretinoin, and, you know, the same product essentially. So I did go through one of those, and this is my last one of that. We'll see if I continue to repurchase afterwards. Probably not though. After that, the next product I went through was this Naturium Niacinamide Cleansing Gel. And this is like, they describe it as an innovative essence-like gel cleanser that dissolves impurities while targeting the look of dark spots. I did like this. Like it says, it's definitely a gel texture, and this is a 3% niacinamide formula with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. You can purchase this at Target. I'd say it's a pretty good cleanser. I have not repurchased this specific one. I would, but I'm curious to try a couple others at the drugstore to see if those are perhaps any better. But I did like this one. I use this as a second cleanser after my makeup removing balm or makeup removing oil. Next, I finished a Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. So this is like a serum, and as you can see, I literally got my little beauty spatula out and scraped out every single bit. This is pretty expensive, but I will say they put it on sale half off like once and twice a year. Specifically, I know Macy's does. That's where I purchased this one. So I definitely recommend waiting for a sale when it's half off in order to purchase it. I'd say it's really good. It's very hydrating. Did I see anything dramatically different with my skin in terms of lightening acne spots or dark spots on my face? No. And so for that reason, I won't repurchase. But it was nice. Like I say, it was hydrating. It felt good on the skin. I like the texture. It has a very, very light fragrance that I enjoy. But for the price, I think there's better out there. All right, for moisturizers, so you guys will recognize this if you've watched my previous videos. This is the Pacifica Wake Up Beautiful Retinoid Cream, and it has retinoids, melatonin, and mushroom. I loved this moisturizer, and this is what I used to use a couple years ago before I got turned on to tretinoin. So tretinoin and retinoids are basically the same thing, so you don't want to mix a retinoid moisturizer with tretinoin. And so for that reason, I stopped using it on my face, but I did use it on my neck and my chest. So those are areas, obviously I have some wrinkles forming on my neck, and then my chest has a little bit of discoloration, so I use it there as well. And obviously it's just a really lightweight moisturizer. It's not heavy. It absorbs well. I just really enjoy this moisturizer. I would say if you're not on tretinoin or anything similar, definitely look into this. I think this is phenomenal. And it is kind of pricey, so I always look for it to be on sale at Ulta or Target, like 20% off, and would purchase it then. So I did have a backup of this that I had bought last year before I started tretinoin. So I'm currently going through that backup, just using it on my neck and my chest, like I mentioned. The next moisturizer I used up is this I Do Care Say You Do vitamin C moisturizer. And this is like, they describe it as a gel and a cream. So when you first get it, the cream is on the bottom and the gel is on the top, and they give you a spatula and you're supposed to like mix it together. Kind of innovative formula. I did like this. It's very, like it says, very moisturizing. This is like a small size. It's not sample, it's 1 fluid ounce, but the full size of this is larger. I want to say it's like 1.7. But I got this in a kit. I did really like it, and because of the vitamin C, I would use it during the day as a daytime moisturizer. Like I say, my skin type has really changed since I've started tretinoin. It's gotten more oily, so I don't moisturize in the mornings before I put on my makeup. Otherwise, I will be extremely shiny throughout the day. So it took me a while to use this up because I was primarily only using it on weekends when I wasn't wearing makeup. But yeah, for that reason, I won't repurchase it. But I will say, if you have drier skin and you like vitamin C, this is a pretty good moisturizer, and it's on the more affordable side. All right, those are all of my skincare. Let's jump into body care and hair care now. All right, so the first body care product that I used up, this is again one that I didn't save the actual packaging of, but on January 11th, I used up the Frenshe Lavender Cloud Body Wash. And this is Ashley Tisdale's brand with Target. And I did like this body wash. I liked the scent of it, but for whatever reason, like, it's not a particularly large body wash, but it took me forever to use up that body wash. And so by the end of it, I was sick of that scent. So right now I've bought some other different formulations and different scents, so I'm not right now interested in repurchasing it. But I will say the Frenshe brand has unique scents. I find them to be unique. They're not like overly flowery or like the standard scents that you might find at like Bath & Body Works or in traditional drugstore brands. I find they've got a little bit of a twist to them, and so that's what drew me in. But for right now, I have others that I'm trying to get through, so I won't repurchase for now. Another body wash product is this, sorry, I keep shaking the camera. You can see this is not an empty, this is a declutter product, but this is the, how do you say this? L'Occitane. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but it's that French brand that is so popular. And this is their shower oil. Everybody raves about this, and I happened to find it at TJ Maxx. It has an almond scent to it. It doesn't smell bad by any means, but it's not my favorite scent. And I didn't find that it lathers really at all. When they say it does, it's supposed to lather. So it starts out as like an oil and it's supposed to, you know, foam up. I didn't find that, and yeah, my others that I'm using right now are way better than this in my opinion, so I will be gifting this to my sister. All right, let's jump into body creams. So like body washes, I have a ton of body lotions and body creams that I need to get through because they're getting like 1 and 2 years old in my collection. So one that I went through is this Beekman 1802. It's their whipped goat milk body cream, the fragrance free. I had a couple of these in different scents. This one having no scent, being the fragrance free, and as you can see, I completely emptied it. I really like the formula of this cream, but I will say I prefer the fragranced options. I have another one in the honey orange blossom that smells really good, and yeah, the formula's not too light, not too heavy. It absorbs well, and it doesn't leave your skin like oily. You know, it's a good moisturizing body cream, I'd say. So I would repurchase this, or will repurchase it once I get through some more in my collection. All right, another body cream I just went through is this Kose Skin. As you can see, I literally cut it up so that I could get every last bit of it out. And this is, let me get the official name. It's the Kose Skin. It has sea moss and kakadu plum, grapefruit. Yeah, it's just their body cream that comes in this tube. I don't know. It has, okay, this is interesting. Lightly scented with Kose Skin's signature clean blend of grapefruit and vanilla extracts. I was wondering when I was using this what the scent was. It's very unique. I love the scent of this. The only thing I will say is it's very thick, very heavy. And because of that, I don't like that it comes in this tube because it's almost impossible to squeeze out. Like, it's that thick of a formula. And once you do start getting some of the product on your hands get slippery, and it is impossible to squeeze it out because it's that thick. So what I ended up doing was, once it got down probably halfway and you were really needing to squeeze the product, I just put this in another like jar container and used it that way. And I feel like this is the type of product that definitely should come in a jar like the Beekman product. It would be much easier to use in that way. But I love the formula of this, or I love the scent of this. For me, the formula was a bit too heavy and kind of oily on the skin, and it was just more than what I need. But if you have really dry skin, I'd say give it a try because you would probably like it. But yeah, loved the scent. Formula, All right, a hand cream I went through. This is also from Beekman 1802. I think I got a kit of these products, and that's what this came in. This is the goat milk fragrance-free hand cream. It's good, but I don't need a specialized hand cream. I can just use a body cream, so will not repurchase this. All right, another body wash that I went through is the Olay Moisture Ribbons in the Blue Orchid, or Blue Lotus, sorry, Blue Lotus scent. I really like the Olay Moisture Ribbon body washes. They're really moisturizing, they lather really well, and it's just like a nice, soft, silky body wash that I enjoy using. I have a few more to use up, but I've used this for many, many years, so would continue to repurchase. All right, for hair care, I used up this Dove Dermacare Scalp Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, and this is a really good shampoo regardless of if you have dandruff or not. That's why I originally purchased it years ago, but I will say I've continued to use it even when I don't have dandruff, and it's just a really nice shampoo. If you have oily hair, oily scalps, I would recommend it. It lathers really well. And yeah, it's very, very affordable as well. It smells great, lathers well, so great drugstore shampoo. And then I had, this doesn't match, or scent-wise it doesn't match, but it's also the Dove Dermacare Scalp Anti-Dandruff Conditioner, and this is in the, isn't this a lavender formula? I feel like it's a lavender type scent. But yeah, I've gone through like at least 2 or 3 of these and would repurchase once I get through. Again, I've got so many extras that I need to get through. One skincare product that I missed, it was written on my empties list, but I don't have the actual empty to show you, but it is the Kose Softymo Cleansing Oil. This is specifically the Speedy version of the cleansing oil. This was one thing I got in Japan when I was over there, and it's very popular even here stateside. But for me, like, it's a good cleansing oil. It's not a great cleansing oil. I feel like the Shiseido one is better, and I feel like there's a few cleansing balms that are better too. I find those others, like I mentioned, are just superior. So for that reason, I won't repurchase the Kose Softymo Speedy Cleansing Oil. It's a mouthful. All right, let's jump to fragrance. This is I have a ton. Does anybody else get a ton of these free fragrance samples in orders? And I find I've probably got at least 20, no joke, 20 fragrances. I don't need to purchase any perfume for many years. These are great for travel, but also just to sample and see how they wear on you. This is from Lancome. It's their Idole Le Parfum. I don't care for this scent at all. It is pretty much a new little vial here, and so I will give this to my sister to see if she wants to wear it. It has, I think it's like mostly floral based, but it's not a favorite by any means. Thankfully it did not just bust all over my counter or my floor. Okay, almost finished here. So nails. I have a ton of nail colors, and a lot of them, you know, once you start getting nail polishes that are a few years old, they start to get goopy and gloppy and unpleasant to use. This Deborah Lippman. So I had always heard of this as like a celebrity, like kind of higher end nail color. Several things. This came in a kit of like blues and purples. It was like probably 4 different colors, and as you can see, they're little mini sizes. It was a great try me size. I don't care for these colors at all on my skin or on my nails. It doesn't look great with my skin color. It just kind of looks dead and ugly. Even in the winter, it's just kind of blah. These are the shades. Free Fallen is the more bluish minty shade, and then Come Back to Bed is like a bluish purple. Unremarkable, I would say, from a color standpoint, but also the formula. Like all of these Deborah Lippman's nails colors that I have do not last, and I don't like the brushes. Again, maybe that's just the trial size brushes. Maybe the full sizes have a different brush shape. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely would not repurchase. You can find better formulas. The Olive and June is better. Essie is better, and definitely Olay is better. I'm finding Olay to be pretty great drugstore. I've only got a few of their colors, but I find that they last an exceptionally long time, like over a week. So that's really great. So I am decluttering these. I'll see if my sister wants some, but definitely won't be buying any more Deborah Lippman kits, no matter how tempting they are online. All right. With that, those are all of my empties. If you have any of these and you like them, let us know down in the comments. Again, I know we're all different. We have all different opinions, or if you agree with any of mine, certainly let me know. But other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.